I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to read the instructions a few more times. Hey y'all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. It's that time. It's time to get that chimney installed. So I've spent pretty much the day today just reading and rereading the instructions and starting to get some things situated, and I thought I would bring you along and sort of show you what's going on so far. Alright, so first things first is to make sure that the stove is level. So I've leveled it side to side and front to back, and we are good. Everything looks great. On this particular stove, you can see that it has these little adjusters on each of the back, or on each leg. And in my case, I just had to raise the back two just a little bit. So next up for us, we're going to vent out the back of the stove. So I've already got the rear exit. I've already put the cap on it, and it has these brackets to hold them on. So I've already got this one put together. So next up is I'm going to have to take some sealant, stove gasket sealant, and go over the front of this and on the inside of the flange, which is right here. So I'll put some on the inside of this, and then some all the way around this, and then put that in, and I'm going to make sure that it's also level up and side to side and front to back. And that is actually what I'm getting ready to do next. I did go ahead. I've put the stove cap on my second piece of insulated pipe. These just, again, with those bands, let me show you one actually. These are what the bands look like. And it's made, this one's made to join double wall to double wall. And so that's what I've got here. So I used one of these to put the stovetop, or the cap to the pipe, and I've tightened it down. Next up will be, I'll take the piece of insulation out. I don't know if it's attached or not, but if it is, I'll just have to pull it from the staples. But I'll take that out and adjust, find where in the ceiling that it connects to, so I can mark the center. So I can mark the center hole and then drill the hole through the top. I've also gone ahead, and this little thing that looks like a satellite will mount onto the roof or the ceiling. For us at the moment it's the same, because I'm not going to mount it to the tin. So it's going to mount, and that way you can adjust and it'll hold that in place. This is black, so I don't know how well you're going to see this, but I'm just going to take this and make it in a zigzag method all the way around this. And it's making a mess. It'll like clog up on me, and then I'll push a little bit harder, and then a big chunk comes out just like that. And while this looks horrible, I've got what I need on there. It'll be thick enough. So now all I'm doing is putting this, there we go, in here. I'm going to hold off doing a little bit more. I'm going to grab the level. Almost. Perfect. And now I'm just going to finish, bringing it all the way in. I do want to check level on the back. Perfect. Now all I'm going to do is get a paper towel and clean up that extra gasket material. Now I'm just going to let that sit there and dry. Next up, I should be able to do this now, but I'm not going to yet. That piece of pipe I'll place in there, and it'll go up to here. And then up here, the single wall to double wall will go. And on that one, I will again, I'll use one of these boots, but this one's for double wall. I think I've got one single wall boot left. I could use one of those connectors here when I join these two together, but I actually don't like the look of the silver band every so often. I wish it came in black. That would make me happier. I'm planning on using 3 self-tap screws and go around that way and attach it that direction. So but that's it. And then from there, that double wall pipe, again, not this one because I think I have to have both of them. I'll double check that before I'm completely done installing. But that will slide in into that. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to read the instructions a few more times. I'm nervous about cutting a hole in the ceiling. But that's the way we wanted to go. We think it's the best option, and so that's why we're going that route. We could have came straight out the top, but as I've talked, we could have came straight out of the top of the stove, pretty much where that pipe's at. You can see the little circle. But we do want to look in getting the oven attachment for this if it ever goes back on sale. They're making some design changes to it. So we wanted to have that. We will probably have to put some shielding on the back of the pipes because of how close it is to our vinyl windows. We also talked about making a cover that would cover up the window that we could put there and hang from that, completely covering the window. Probably some sort of, I'm not real sure. My wife had a couple ideas, but something that'll protect that vinyl window. Like I said, another thought is putting a shielding on the stovepipe that would protect the heat. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.